Hello, hello. Welcome back to a new review for the new project from D.Savage. So when it comes to D.Savage, I actually didn't really know too much about him. I knew, so I've heard the name before. The only reason why I did a review for this album is because I heard so many people saying to check it out. So I did. And there were a lot of people that were saying to go check it out because I heard really good things about the album, and I heard good things before about him too. So I decided to check it out. And so when I did, I thought the album was good. I thought it was cool. I feel like that kind of sound, I feel like that whole project had one specific sound, the very AC trap vibe. So I can't stand the word vibe, but that whole, but you know what I'm saying. The spaced out, typical spaced out trap sound. That's kind of the whole sound the album had. But I feel like D.Savage throughout the entire project really did the sound very well. I feel like he could really ride the beat well. He had a very catchy flow, very catchy delivery. He has a very catchy, just overall, just the way he raps is very catchy. And so you kind of can't help the whole time but to kind of nod your head because the project was very, very, he did, yes, this sound is very typical. This sound is very. This sound is not brand new. This sound is not brand new. This sound is not typical. But I do feel like the entire time, I do feel like he handled that sound very, very well. That's what I do feel like. I feel like he handled it very well. I feel like, that. I feel like while that sound is very repetitive throughout the album, I feel like, though, you can kind of get behind it just for D.Savage alone. I feel like D.Savage, because, there were a few times throughout the album he changed up his voice, he changed up the way he flowed, the way he just could glide on beats. He changed it up. And, there were a few times, he kind of kept the same voice, but then there were other times he would change it up to these harder, more aggressive tones. And there were a few times during this project he would and then there were a couple songs, where he kind of, had a interludes and something I actually thought was very cool was the song Dirty Dan was the song Dirty Dan where he sampled the Dirty Dan scene from SpongeBob. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, besides all that though, the project overall was cool for while the sound is very typical and it's not brand new, it's not much content there, but I feel like the way it was done by D.Savage himself made the project a cool little project. That to me is all it came down to, was a very cool little project. So just overall a cool, nice, quick listen. So if you're kind of just prepared to just kind of ace out for a while doing something, yeah, sure. Throw on some Savage. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, guys. Cool project. So yeah, that's really it for here. So y'all subscribe down below, y'all like, comment, share, all that great stuff. You already know what to do. Don't have to keep repeating myself. So y'all, I keep saying to say hello to the turkeys. Keep forgetting to say that. So say hello to the turkeys, but say goodbye to them now. So I will see you guys soon, and goodbye.